Hello Capricorns and welcome to Timsy's Naked Tarot. Don't worry, Timsy is not naked, the tarot reader is naked, by which I mean I strip out as much astrology as I can using this plain deck here to bring in the star sign or type of star sign of the person we are doing the read about. It is a general read. It may or may not resonate with you. If it does resonate with you, that is fantastic. If it doesn't resonate with you, don't worry too much because I don't follow any sort of cycle, which means every read I do is unique. Okay, so this one shouldn't be following on to the other one. Okay, so you have got the Jack of Diamonds, and the Jack of Diamonds is a Virgo. Okay, so Capricorns, you are dealing with a Virgo. Okay. We're also doing a read on the Nine of Pentacles, which came out for you in the All Signs overview. The Nine of Pentacles can be a card of independence, a card of freedom, a card of unexpected windfalls, gains, money coming in from somewhere, wealth coming in from somewhere in any way, shape or form. To go with that, we have the High Priestess. The High Priestess is an energy of intuition and secret keeping. Okay, spiritual link to the 5D realm, if you will, and the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups is, well, it's an energy of boredom. It's an energy of disappointment. It's an energy of not doing much. It's an energy of regret to a certain extent and sort of missing out on something. It's an energy of wanting something you don't have. Okay, so let's see how this goes. The first card which I will pull will be in the top left-hand corner. That will be the connection between you and this Virgo. The second card I pull underneath that will be how the Virgo feels about the connection. The bottom card is what the universe is hoping for an overall outcome. I say hoping because we can get in the way of the universe's plans with our own free will, and quite often do. There we go, the cards are flying out. From the bottom of the deck, I will also pull this card here, which will be the overall energy of the read. It's the Ace of Swords. It's a new start. It's an epiphany moment. It's a moment of truth. Okay, we got the Eight of Swords in reverse for the connection. We have got a Page of Swords. Oh, we got two cards. So we got an extra card. Well, I don't know where the extra card's going yet. For how they feel about it. And we got the 10 of Cups for the overall outcome. What to do with that extra card? I don't know. Don't know where it's going to go. It's going to be a standalone. It's going to be a standalone. It's going to be advice to you at the end. So we'll just put that on one side, just slightly off camera, but so you can still see it there. Okay, so we got the Eight of Swords in reverse. Okay, that's the connection. Someone's come out of their narrow-minded way of thinking. Okay, the Eight of Swords is like not being able to see the trees, or not being able to see the forest through the trees, that sort of thing. Being so close to the problem that you can't actually see a way out of it. It's like, yeah, it's like that, being in the centre of the storm and not being able to see the storm because you're in it. So, kind of like you don't know how bad it was or is because, well, you're in it. You don't really know how bad or it's going to be until it's over and you're out of it. All these things actually mean something to you all watching. Okay, so let's have a look. We got the Five of Swords. This could be a self-induced problem. The Sun, the Nine of Swords, and the Emperor. Okay, so the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords is, it's an energy of, I'm going to actually say self-denial. It's also an energy of self-sabotagement. It's an energy of interference one way or another. Normally interference caused by oneself though. Refusing to look at a problem, perhaps looking too intently at the problem, but we're coming out of that energy. We're waking up to something. We've taken a step back from the brick wall to realise it's not as high as we thought, and it's not as long as we thought. The Sun card, well, that's happiness, that's joy. But I am drawn to the fact that there is a brick wall. And I've been talking about brick wall with the Eight of Swords, the thinking. Okay? The brick wall is a making of your own problems. You've made this brick wall. You've made this obstacle. It's something you've placed in your own way. That's the Five of Swords telling us that. It's security to a certain extent, but it's stopping the good from coming in as well as the bad. Okay. The Nine of Swords is an energy of anxiety, and the Emperor is an energy of taking control and wanting to expand and feeling a little bit self-righteous. Okay, so the connection itself is a mix. We're coming out of a narrow-minded way of thinking, but we're anxious of what the real world on the outside of that wall you've erected will actually be. Inside that wall, you are the Emperor. You are in control of everything. But outside that wall is a different story. It's the real world. It's the wide world. The Five of Swords, the self-sabotagement part of it is, whoever put this wall up has realised that it's blocked out the outside world as well as keeping them safe. Crossing it all is the Death card. So that is basically something is coming to an end and something is being reborn from it. Now, I think what's coming to an end, well, there's actually a couple of things coming to an end in this. The Eight of Swords is in reverse. So that's come to an end. Okay, your narrow-mindedness, the thought of, I will put up a big wall to protect me from something, but it's also blocked you from everything else in the same time. And that was self-sabotagement, and that's the Five of Swords. Because that way of thinking and stopping, that Five of Swords is coming to an end as well. Okay, you're bringing the wall down, which is allowing the sun to come in, the joy, the happiness, everything what you were blocking out is now coming in. But this is leaving you anxious. So that's something else what's dying. The security you had behind your brick wall, well, that's not there anymore. So that's dying, and something else is going to be replacing that. What's replacing that is the anxiety of the Nine of Swords. And the last thing what is coming to an end is your reign as Emperor. Okay, or whoever's reign as Emperor. It could be Virgo's reign as Emperor. Virgo might be bringing their wall down. It could be you bringing the wall down. Okay, but either way round, it's pretty much the same. So, okay, let's see how the Virgo feels about it. The Page of Swords, well, the Page of Swords, well, it's kind of like the youngest of all the swords. It's the youngest of the energies from the court cards. They've got a lot to learn, okay? And one of the best ways of learning is observation, watching and learning. And that is why the Page of Swords is quite often called the spy card of the tarot deck. I personally think the Page of Pentacles would be a better spy card. Yeah, you send a young squire into an enemy's castle with a message. Well, they're going to be restricted to where they go. But you send a young squire in with a gift, a bribe, some sort of dowry, well, then the enemy king is going to be quite happy about this and probably give the Page of Pentacles, the one who's coming in with a gift, more reign over the castle to be able to do better spying. But then again, saying that, the Page of Pentacles is slightly older and a little bit more wiser as well. So there you go, that's reflected in the type of spying. The way the page learns is through trial and error. And that's why sometimes the page is seen as bringing a dramatic, Jesus, I don't know why I struggle with that word so much, message, or a message of disappointment, because through trial and error, you quite often fail. And it's the way we learn. We have to fail to learn. So And with that failure comes disappointment. This is where the Four of Cups ties in. The Virgo is disappointed. Okay, the Virgo is not happy about this connection. So let's see what the clarifiers say. We got a Wheel of Fortune. We got the Lovers. We got the Page of Pentacles. We were talking about him. Okay, and we got the Hierophant. So the Page of Pentacles, no, the Page of Swords there is not happy. Okay, the Virgo is not happy. I think they were quite like the situation when you were still tucked behind your wall. They were your eyes and ears, actually, now, for the outside world. They were the ones who fed you the information. Okay, why? When I say you were isolating yourself, it was like real isolation. You wouldn't leave the house, or you had ferried yourself off to some far-flung little island where no one goes, and the inhabitants of that island is about 8,000 seabirds and you. Okay, and every now and then this Virgo, when they turn up, and they'll give you all the information they wanted to give you. It would be cherry-picked. Yeah, they kind of knew at some point that it would all come to an end. You would wake up and realise that your isolation is damaging yourself more than anyone else, and you might start looking into the real world yourself. And I know in the world of the internet and all that, but, well, I'm not entirely sure a little island out in the sea somewhere gets the internet. Not unless you've got satellite phones and the rest of it. And the fact that if you're isolating like that, you won't want the internet. You don't want to know what's going on. The Lovers coming out is more of a choice. The Virgo has a choice, but it's the universe's choice. It's a life-changing choice. It's a choice which is sort of unavoidable. Yeah, normally when you say you've got a choice, it's the free will element. I can do it or I don't do it. It's up to me. This is going to get done. No matter which way you choose, you're just going to make it harder or easier for yourself. You can go with me on this, or you can go against me, but I'm still going to get my choice done. Okay, that's what the Lovers card is in this particular case. Yes, sometimes it is about love, sometimes it is about unions, sometimes it is about twin flames and deep soulmate connections. But no, in this particular case, it is the universe's choice. The universe has spun the wheel of fortune. It is making the energies move, which means this Virgo has had to step up a page or two with their spying, okay, with their checking in on you, looking in and feeding you the information of the outside world. And they've elevated quite quickly with this. The Hierophant, yes, the Hierophant can be a card of spiritual awakening. It can be a card of being a guru or a teacher or a professor or someone who is at the top of their career. But on his hat, it's got 3 different layers. Now, those 3 different tiers as like the tiers of advancement through life or work, or in his particular case, the clergy. Okay, so you start off as a novice, and then you move up to like a monk or a priest, and then you move up to a bishop or a pope. It works the same in any sort of society. Yeah, businesses, you start off on the floor as a tea boy maybe, or a tea person, running around getting teas, general dog's body, and then you sort of specialize more into one field, and you might find that you are a director's assistant, and then you move up to the director or the producer or eventually the owner of a company, something like that. And so they've elevated, they've upped their game to try to keep you in your little isolated world. Oh, fucking, here's another page. They are really young and naive doing it all, though. Okay, and we are gradually sort of working our way up the ages. The Page of Wands, although it is a childlike innocence, it is also someone who grabs hold of every opportunity to advance itself. This is what's crossing this Page of Swords. They're just trying to advance themselves. They're trying to make themselves better at your expense. Okay, so the outcome is the 10 of Cups. Now, after what I've said, you're thinking, how's that fitting in? Well, yes, the Ten of Cups is like emotional fulfillment, having emotionally the best life you can ever think of. Yeah. Now, the situation you may currently be in may be emotionally fulfilling, or that's what you think. Okay, until you find that there's something better elsewhere. Here's our Death card again. The Hanged Man, the Knight of Cups, and the Ace of Wands. So we started this with an overall energy of the Ace of Swords. Aha moment, an epiphany, the truth being revealed, the wall coming down, you realizing what's actually going on in the outside world, being anxious about it, and realizing that you're no longer the emperor of your own little island. You are now just a person in the big wide world. But this is all leading, all up there, all that crossing card up there was death. Something dying and something being reborn. What's being reborn is your moment of truth, your awakening is turning into something passionate, a passionate beginning. Okay, it's bookending the Ten of Cups. This emotional fulfillment is being driven by a passionate beginning. You've met someone, maybe not in the 3D, not in the real world, but you feel someone in the 5D. You are being drawn towards them. It's why you brought the wall down. It's why you're venturing out from your whatever little place you've isolated yourself into. And don't get me wrong, you can isolate yourself even in the 3D world. You can get up in the morning, go to work, do your work, come home, and still be isolated from the real world. Okay? It happens. Don't ask me how. It just does. You can. I kind of do it most of the time. I block out a lot of the energy around me. Okay? Yeah, if I left myself open to all the energy around me, it would be a major headache every day. And most tarot readers will do that as well, either knowingly or unknowingly. So what is coming to an end? Your current Ten of Cups is coming to an end. The tens always indicate a new beginning. The Ace of Wands. And Death is a new beginning card. Okay, so we're going from the Ten of Cups ending. This emotional fulfillment of your isolation is ending. Why is it ending and what's being reborn? What's being reborn is looking at things from a different perspective. Realizing that the world isn't quite as cruel and bad as you first thought. It is all just part of a big pattern. Hell, you may have actually woken up to the pattern of the universe. The Knight of Cups is an energy of wanting the future you desire, okay? And then sending someone out to deliver that message to someone else, okay? I see myself with you in the future, okay? This person who's awoken all this in you could be just someone you bumped into. I tell you something, it's not the Virgo, okay? The Virgo is possibly a current person you already have. Could be your spouse, could be your parent, could be a sibling, could be your neighbor, could be your best friend. Yeah, but they are trying to hold you back from all this to keep you for themselves. The Ace of Wands, no, it's that passion. There's something's fired in you and it's driving you forward for something new, something beginning. You're the Emperor up there. Crossing this is the Empress. Okay, you have balanced yourself. Basically, Capricorn, you are Emperor and Empress. You are controlling, you are taking charge of the situation. You dictate to people what to do. You tell people where to go, how to do things. But at the same time, you're understanding, you're caring, you're loving, you're nurturing about it all. It's an indication of fertility in pregnancy as well. Okay, not saying that you are pregnant, but the universe sees pregnancies in different ways to what we see pregnancies. You start thinking of an idea for a business, universe sees it as a pregnancy. Okay, you're formulating something, you're growing something. It's at an embryonic stage when it's an idea in your brain, and it's not until it is released upon the world and starts taking shape in the 3D that's when you give birth to it. Okay, the Empress does give birth to life, and life comes through the Empress, like any childbirth, in a painful way. Okay, this painful way is you ripping down your defensive walls, your defensive barriers, that wall in between the children and the sun. Okay, and you are releasing yourself upon the world. Advice from the universe, the sun. Okay, let's see what the universe wants to tell us about this. Advice from the universe, the sun, this happiness, this joy, this ripping down the wall, and, well, savouring what the world has to offer. Is the Ace of Wands in reverse with the Three of Wands. See, not every sign has had this in their reading. And the Six of Pentacles. Okay, the Three of Wands is going to be our start card about this sun. The Sun card is the crossing card for this. So the sun is crossing the Three of Pentacles. You are setting the intention to find out what's on the real world. You're not there yet. You haven't quite ripped down the wall yet. Now, what's driving this? Well, it's the Ace of Wands in reverse. So the outcome here is the Ace of Wands in the upright. That is actually doing it. Okay, this is the outcome. You get the Ace of Wands. This is setting the intention. You haven't quite done it yet. The Ace of Wands is there. It's upside down. Okay, it's like having a dry match, having a damp match. The intention is waiting because you have to dry the match out before you can strike it. Once you do strike it, you're going to get your balance. The Emperor, the Empress. Okay, you're going to find your perfect little balance. And when you do, yeah, our sun is crossing. You will get happiness, you will get joy. You will get security in a new way, an open way of security. Okay, not an enclosed way of security. That's the Five of Swords way of security. It's an illusion of security. You're not really secure when you're all locked up in your house. 100 things could go wrong in your house, thousands, even just as much as if you're walking around in the streets. Yeah, you might get run over by a bus next time you're crossing the road, but then again, a plane engine might fall off straight on top of your house. Same sort of chances of it happening. Okay, ifs and buts, maybes, whens, they're all there. They're always there, but it is a case of you have just as much chance of missing out locked in your house as you do being out and about. Okay, so that is your read, Capricorns. Hopefully it resonates with you. If it does, that is fantastic. If it didn't and you're still watching, share this out. You're being used as a divine messenger. You have a friend who needs this advice somewhere. I'd also just like to say thank you to all those of you who have subscribed to my channel, ever given my videos a thumbs up, ever shared it out. Thank you very much. You have helped my channel grow, and also by doing those things you have helped the YouTube algorithms realize that you like tarot reads. Okay, last little thing I have to say is I am doing a free giveaway. It's a little wax melt burner. You can check it out on my randoms playlist I have. It should be the last video I added on there, which means it should be quite easy to find, most recent one to find. And all you have to do to be in a chance of winning that is just drop a comment in any of my videos throughout the month of March. All your names will be put into a draw, and then I will do a draw and we will see who wins. Okay, thank you very much. I appreciate your time, and I hope you all have a lovely week.